think we're live. Yay! Yay! Forgive me for doing this. I am not at home. Oh, there we are. Sorry. Forgive me for doing this. I am not at home. You can tell I am not at home. Most of you who watch me regularly will know I do not normally have a buffalo head on my wall. Although I will say he's very cute. He looks sort of from the picture like he's doing like this, but he's actually not. That's his beard, and he's very cute with his little nose, so Buffalo Spirit is always welcome here. They are peaceful. Buffalo is calm, and Buffalo Spirit has a great connection with the land. And let me look up really fast what is that one does not have to struggle to survive if the right action is joined by the right, it says the right prayer, but the right motivation. So if you are doing things with the right heart, and for the right purpose, then Buffalo Spirit will always be with you. And I just kind of want to rub his little nose. So I remember being a child and visiting Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming and being able to see buffalo and to be able to be up close and to them. And through my life, there were times when the buffalo population, very much like the manatee population, would decrease, and now thankfully has come back up again. They were close to extinction for a while. It is a joy to be with you. I am in Colorado. I am in Denver, and if I open the curtains behind me, you would see very blue sky, lots of tall buildings, and in the distance, beautiful snow-covered mountains. So I am actually absolutely overjoyed to be here in Colorado. With my family is here, and I am so happy that with my work I am able to visit with you wherever I am. So that said, I don't know if we'll do individual card readings today. We'll just see how it goes. But I am very excited to talk with you. I think the Buffalo Spirit is one of the things I've been pondering since we got here yesterday. And I really was looking at this picture. There's not a lot of art in this room. There is a beautiful sort of watercolor over the bed that looks like it might be sunset colors. It kind of goes from pinks and oranges and violets to browns. And so it looks like it might be channeling that. But the buffalo picture you can see with its striped background, and it's very clear. And I walked in and I thought, well, Colorado is not, yay, Colorado. When you, again, very near the convention center, and they have a big, literally it is called a big blue bear. And hi, Michelle, hi, Chris. And when you drive by, it is a giant, like disproportionately sized black bear that is leaning up against the window wall of the convention center looking in, like, hello, can I come in there? And it is lit up in blue light, and so he's called the Big Blue Bear. So I would think maybe bears more than buffaloes in Colorado. I don't know, but clearly, I've never stayed in a hotel room that had a buffalo picture, and I don't take it as an accident. So many things happened yesterday on our travel day to get here, and I kept, thinking, my husband and I, we had gone to. My older son's best friend's father had suddenly passed away, and so there was a funeral on Saturday, and so we had gone to that, and we had gotten into a kerfuffle in the car. Just the funeral brought up, stuff, and we got into a little bit snippy with each other. And as we turned on, I said, let's just breathe. And I turned on the radio, and there was Foreigner's song, Head Game. Do you know that song? Head Games, right? And I'm just like, can't take it anymore, Head Games. And I just thought, oh my gosh. And so I just had to laugh because, clearly Spirit was just saying, you guys are all in your head and all of that. So I come into this hotel room, and here's this beautiful buffalo portrait, and it's not an accident. So I think that, because, every hotel room has its own art. And so I just thought it was such a beautiful reminder that they are these beautiful, majestic creatures in the most beautiful places in our country. Hi, Valencia. And hi, Ari. And it is this reminder that for us to slow down. Buffalo are not fast-moving creatures. They can certainly run, but they're not fast-moving creatures like a lion or a panther or a gazelle or a zebra or something. And it's a reminder to breathe, because buffaloes, they live in this cold climate. They have this beautiful coat, and they have several different layers. If you look at a buffalo, they look like they have this big stole, like a big, collar of fur, but the back part of their body does not have this heavy fur. It's just this part up front that has this big heavy fur, and they know how to keep warm. They know how to pause. They know how to look around and take appreciation for what's going on around them. They know how to be in the moment and not get all caught up in the drama. And one of the biggest things that I love about buffalo, that I think they remind us, is how to breathe deeply. How to breathe deeply. Instagram, I apologize that mostly what you're seeing is my ceiling here. I didn't remember to bring my computer thing, and so I've got my phone kind of precariously propped up on my iPad. So anyway, it's not an iPad. So the buffalo spirit is what's really been, I've been in the hotel room, I've been doing work today, and I keep coming back to this image, because it's not something you see in Denver, but I see the image when I keep coming back in my room. There's no buffalo art in the lobby of the hotel or anything like that. It's just it's this grand reminder to breathe deep and to slow down and to appreciate where we are. In our personal community, there's been a lot of loss recently, unexpected loss, tragic loss. And it has been a real reminder that we need to slow down and we need to breathe. And I know we're now into, the second month of 2022, and so whatever, you may believe about this or that, about what's going on in our country, in America, or about politics, it's going to get worse. It's going to get heated up as we get into, this is an election year in this country. And so I want to really remind you to breathe, because the politics and the ugliness is going to get worse. And also just a general reminder to focus on the pleasant and to focus on the magnificent. And again, I come back to my friend the buffalo, Buffy the buffalo. Just to focus on what humans are so capable of. There was this amazing YouTube video that I saw, and I'll try and find it and post it. There was a time lapse from the International Space Station of going across our planet, and what an amazing and beautiful place it is. And you can see the continents, and you can see the northern lights and the southern lights, the green, the aurora borealis, and what a magnificent place. And this morning I was encountered with a story about a World War II veteran who's 97 years old, and walks to the Arby's every single day. He walks to the Arby's in his walker because it's near his retirement home, his facility where he lives, and it's his favorite meal. It's his favorite sandwich. He says he can eat it without it, upsetting his stomach. And he was so revered for the person that he is, and this, his service to country in World War II, and just the magnificent person that he continues to be, so friendly to everyone and very generous with his time, still very clear of mind, that the people of Arby's, and he has no family, and the people who work in the Arby's have really adopted him, and all have given his call us if you need anything, here's my number, like everybody's granddad. And the store had given him like a $200 Arby's gift card, and then Arby's themselves, the company, gave him Arby's for life, which I thought was so magnificent. And I tell you this story, and it's on my personal Facebook page. If you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to. My page is public. But I tell you this story because, there was also a story of a World War II veteran who was another hero, a black man who literally swam for 8 hours to tow his injured compatriots in a life raft to shore. They had been in a ship that was hit by, I'm assuming, torpedo or some sort of bomb that blew up, and they were injured, and he swam himself, pulling a life raft with all of his buddies, and swam for hours to reach the shore. And these stories are the things I cling to, because it's so easy to find the stories that just make us want to throw up. It's harder to find the stories of beauty and love and magnificence and compassion and caring and heroism. Real heroism is caring about each other. Real heroism is slowing down to be in the moment and spending time with nature and appreciating what is going on around us. That is real heroism. And I'm not discounting anything that's going on in our military, our servicemen and women who are amazing and heroic in the things that they do and the dangers that they face every day. But true heroism, aside from that, in our daily lives, the things that we can be heroic for is really taking that wisdom from the buffalo, taking that wisdom to appreciate the earth, to appreciate each other, the herd, to appreciate nature, and to appreciate taking a breath and a warm coat and just being present in the moment. So those are the things that I really felt compelled to share with you today. Ooh, a jumper card. A jumper card. So yes, those are the things I wanted to share with you. So we are still a little bit in the shadow of the end of Venus and Mercury retrograde. The retrogrades are over. We're still a little bit in the shadow of Mercury for a few more days, really after Valentine's Day. You know, we've come through the new moon. We're coming into the full moon soon, and so really it's going to be into that time of like, what is it that you're trying to accomplish and manifest in this month of February? And we'll, you know, take a look around, right? Because that energy comes down to the new moon and then goes up to the full moon, and it's our time to take a look around in the middle of the cycle and say, okay, what's going on? Where am I good? Where do I need to shift? Where do I need to make adjustments before we come back down around again? So Leonie, beautiful name. We're a maybe today because I'm traveling, so it's always a little weird in hotel rooms. So I'm a maybe. So we're gonna do our communal card reading, and then we'll see how it's feeling. So stick with me, because if I can do one for you, you know I'll always try to. Chris Judd says, a conversation starter I heard recently is, how can I help you change the world? We can all be heroes every single day. And you know, Chris, I love that, and it reminds me of the story of the starfish, you know, with all the starfish had washed up on the shore, and the child was walking along the shore throwing them all back in the water, and the adult looked at the child and said, what are you doing? And the starfish said, I'm throwing them back in the water. And the adult, of course, said, but you can't throw them all back in the water, so why bother? And it won't make any difference. And the child said to the one in her hand, his or her hand, as they threw it back in the water, it'll make a difference to this one, and threw it back in the water. And I love that, because we are not called to save the world, but we're also not called to ignore it. We are called to participate in our society, to be a force of good. We are the light bringers. If you're someone who comes here and you're watching me or others that are like me, we are the light bringers. You are the light bringers. You. And it is so incumbent on us to spread the light and to share the light. And while there may be louder voices of the doom and the gloom and the negative, it's not necessarily the truth of the sphere of influence. Yes, the darkness will always be louder, because they have to holler louder to get above the light, because the light is so big and the light is so spread. They have to holler more to get above the din. So the negative, the darkness, will always yell louder, and the light will always prevail in the end. I don't know what happens in November of 2022. I don't know. But I know that in the end, the light will always prevail. Because no matter what is happening, and we talked about this a bit last week, you have to have dark in order to have light. There's no way to have one without the other. So it's not, people talk about winning. It's all about winning, especially with politics and elections. Somebody has to win and somebody has to lose. Okay, I get it. It's an election. But at the same time, with the darkness and the light, there is no winner and there is no loser, because you must have both. The universe has to have both. You will always have darkness. You will always have light. And the light will always win, but there will always be dark. It will never be a thing where we eradicate all of it. Even when we come to a place of peace on earth, which someday we will, someday, there will always still be, that one guy over there, because the universe needs to have that space filled. You can't have a vacuum in a universe because the darkness will always fill it. So there will always be a space for darkness, and darkness serves a purpose. If we never had darkness, we would not appreciate the light. So we have to have both, and so we welcome both, even when we don't like it. Right? Okay. Avi, thank you for being here. So we are a little, tentative on readings today, but stick with me. I am traveling. If you are somebody who follows me regularly, you can see I'm not in my home. I'm in a hotel room. And so we will do a communal reading, and then we'll see how we're feeling. And if the energy is working with me, then we'll definitely get some individual card readings for you. So hang with me, and let's get to our communal reading. So we have the first card, I said we had a jumper card, so we had Serendipity, and Serendipity is 18, which is a 9, and so this is all things that are working together for good. So Serendipity reminds us that that all the things are working together. All right, we may not like it, but all things work together for good. And Avi, that does go for you. Why does my love interest feel like they're taking advantage of your kindness? That may very well be because you feel like you're giving more than, when we feel like we need it to be equal. I never like the idea of, people talk about a balancing act with our lives, especially, working parents. They talk about a balancing act. I don't think we're ever come to a place where everything is balanced, like a waitress in a restaurant who's got plates all up her arm, or a server, could be, male, a waiter. I don't think we ever come to a place of balance. I think that we come to a place of, oh, that's so weird. Did those comments just go away? I don't know that we come to, okay, let me see. Oh, that's so weird. I don't know that we come to a place of balance, but I do think we come to a place of flow. And so if you're in a relationship and you're looking for like, well, I did this, so you need to do that, then you may feel like you're being taken advantage of by your partner. But I feel like very often what we strive for, we can strive for, is flow. So it's like, oh, well, I'm doing this and you're doing this and we're together and we're going to get there together and it's all together. And so yesterday, my husband and I were traveling from Orlando to Colorado to Denver, and we had some hiccups on travel day, which, of course, it happens. And so, he dealt with the things that he was like in his wheelhouse, and I dealt with the things in my wheelhouse, and we were in the flow, and we just were working together. And so it wasn't like, well, I did this, so you need to do that. And so if you're feeling like that, or if you're looking for that thing that is balance or equanimity, equality, you may be looking in the wrong place. And so serendipity reminds us that all things are working together for good, that all the things are coming together for all of us, even if it doesn't look like it, because sometimes we have to bust it all apart before we can put it back together in a better way. Okay? And so we are reminded that it's so weird, your comments went away and you have no flow. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. And so this is a thing to look for, is that flow, to be able to, come into a place of not balance, but of flow. Ooh, another jumper. And this jumper is Thinker. Oh, Thinker. I love, and I feel like I want him more than he wants me. Well, just from a life coaching place of not tapping into your energy, my friend, but just from a life coaching place, I will tell you that if you are feeling that way, I want to encourage you to really examine your self-esteem and your self-worth, and really try and step back and take a look at who he is and who you are and what you deserve. Are you worthy? Is he even, what do you feel like you are worthy of? And is he even worthy of you? I mean, a lot of times when we find ourselves in that position where it's like this, where we are kind of begging for that attention and begging for those crumbs, we want to really encourage people to stop and take a look at your self-worth and value yourself, because so often we are devaluing ourselves and we're not putting ourselves in a place where we could be receiving so much more, and we're accepting crumbs from one person, when if we could understand that we were worthy of filet mignon or portobello mushroom salad, if you were a vegetarian, then we would choose another partner and we would let that other one go without even hesitation. So it's just something to think about. So the second card that I pulled for us as a group, a collective reading, is the Thinker card. This is the Thinker card. And the Thinker card is number 44. Oh, I love that. So we know that fours, all the numbers are angel numbers, but we know that fours are, hi Bridget, hang in there with us. So we know that fours are the angel numbers because we have 4 legs on a table, and it reminds us that we're being supported. It reminds us that what we're thinking about is being supported by higher guidance. What we're thinking about is being supported. And I feel like this really speaks to Avi's comments of, am I in the right place? And what I want you to know from that is that it is about, and this is still for everybody, for all of us in our collective reading, that it is knowing that what we are thinking about is being divinely supported. Okay, what we are thinking about, what we are dreaming about in our heart, what we are receiving is higher guidance, and those thoughts and dreams and wishes that come in over and over again, those things are being divinely supported by the Thinker card. This is reminding us that we are being divinely supported. A 4-4, that's 44, that's 8, comes back down to 4. But even with the 4 legs and the 8, even just the 8 in itself is that infinity symbol, right? The 8, if you turn it on its side, it's that infinity symbol, and 8 is that reminder that all things, again, with serendipity, are working together for good. All the things are connected together, and that we are never out of time. We are never on the wrong track because we live in an infinite universe, and that we are always, always, always being supported by Spirit if we are allowing ourselves to have that connection. So often we have these things where Spirit is trying to knock us on the head and go, hello, I'm trying to talk to you. But we're like, no, I'm going this way. This is what I want, and this is the direction I'm going in, and I'm not going to let anybody derail me from my goal. And Spirit is like, hello, because there's a wall in front of you, and if you would just shift a little bit to the side, you would see that the door is over here, and they're trying to get our attention. But we're so intent in climbing over that wall because we're going that way that we can't notice that if we just shift it a little bit, there's a gate right there. And Spirit's like, hello. Okay, so this is the reminder that with serendipity, we're on the right track. But the Thinker is saying, well, the things that you're thinking about are being divinely supported, but hey, let us in. Let Spirit in. Let us guide you. Let us take you and do this and shift you a little bit so you can see things from a slightly different perspective, and that you can get a better outcome for whatever the things are that you are dreaming and manifesting. All right, so we're going to pull one more card, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do some individual readings. So I know a bunch of you have already asked for individual cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll back. What I always do is I scroll back through the comments. I try to go in first come, first serve. So I'll scroll back into the comments, and whoever was here first, that'll be the person, and then we'll just go down the comments that way. So I'm not, I try not to miss anybody. So this is 51. This is 6, Milk and Honey. I love this. Milk and Honey is a beautiful card. It's a celebration card, right? The land of milk and honey, the land of possibilities, the land of abundance, the land of all our dreams coming true. This is the Milk and Honey card. This is the rainbow. This is at the end of the rainbow. This is, we have made it to the journey. And all of these things are telling me that you are on the right track. However, I want to remind you that this is about keeping yourself, your heart, and your mind, not your brain, your mind open to Spirit guidance and allowing them to shift you. I gotta tell you, I've been a director with Mary Kay for almost 25 years. I never thought I would be in Mary Kay at all. And when I came into Mary Kay, I thought this is the last thing I ever thought I would be doing. And now I can't imagine myself doing anything else. And 10 years ago, I came, public with this. And now I'm like, I can't imagine doing anything else, but I certainly don't want to give up the one or the other. But imagine what could have been if I had refused to let Spirit shift me the littlest bit. Okay, so you're on the right track. We are all on the right track. However, where we need assistance and reminder is that all the things are working for our highest good. They're all working for our highest good. Even the shit stuff is working for our highest good. Now, from a human perspective, I do not yet know how to reconcile that with the death of my son's best friend's sister. Okay, so there are places where we as humans just look at it and go, I don't fucking get it. I mean, I don't. And it kills me every single day that I think about this beautiful girl. At the same time, from a spirit perspective, I know that all the things work together for good. That serendipity is always working for us. That spirit is always working for us. And that there's some reason that we don't yet understand. For that situation, I never will say to you, oh, there was, God needed more angels or any of that kind of crap. Because anybody who's ever lost somebody dear knows that's a load of bullpucky. But there's always a reason for why things happen. From a soul perspective, there's a reason. And I know as a medium that we come to this life, we incarnate in spirit, from spirit, we incarnate with exit ramps to our life that says, when I have accomplished all that I can accomplish, or I've gone as far as I feel I can go in this life to accomplish the things I came here to do, I have exit points along the way, and I'm going to take them. Now, the souls who came here as her parents have agreed to this before they incarnated, even as they were born. So everybody's in on it, but we don't remember that as humans. We know that as souls, but we don't remember that as humans. And so I know from the soul perspective that all the things work together. But I also know, so this other card that jumped, I put it to the side, I put the jumper card to the side. This card is new life. And boy, if that doesn't line up with what we're talking about. This card is new life, and the number on it is 39. So 9, 10, 11, 12, which is 3. So that's new adventures, right? That's starting on new journeys. So I know that where we are as humans is we are looking at the beautiful picture is facing up, and I've talked about this before, like the tapestry or the beautiful picture that the spirit world is weaving of our lives and of our experience. The beautiful picture is facing up, and we're back here, we're down here looking up, and so we're looking at the back of the tapestry, the back of the needlepoint, with all the threads and the knots and the ties and the places where it's crossed over to jump to another spot, and it's a mess back there, it's a mess, and we're looking up at it going, what in the heck are you doing? But they know what they're doing, because on their side it's this beautiful work of art. We just can't see it. And so the last card before we pull individual readings is this card of new life. And I'm going to leave it there. All right, so let me scroll back for Valencia. Valencia, are you still with us? I hope you are. We're going to pull a card for Valencia, and then we're going to go back to Avi and her questions about relationships. So we're going to start with Valencia, and Valencia, jumper cards. Poised. Oh, Valencia, I love this. What number is poised? Poised is 48, 19, 11, 12, 3. So again, new adventure. Valencia, poised. And so this is for you. You are about to embark on something really fantastic, and you are ready. You are ready, Valencia. You are ready to leap off and share your voice and share your gifts, talents, and abilities with the world. You are ready. So please do not hold up. Do not hold back. Do not pass go. Don't collect $200, whatever it is. Just trust. Look at this card. This is the leap of faith and joy and complete faith into the universe. This is a card of trust. This is absolutely, I am stepping off into the unknown with the full, complete belief that I will be lifted and taught how to fly. And so, Valencia, I am all excited because I don't know what you're about to start doing, but I know you know. There's been a thing that you are like, and you're like ready to take that leap. And I want to tell you, jump, girl, jump. Because you absolutely will be lifted. All right, for my friend Avi. Okay, so what I did was I said we were going to pull a card for Valencia and a card for Avi, and both of the cards came out together. They both came out together when I went to pull one, and the first card I said was going to be for Valencia was the poised card, and the second card I said would be for Avi, and the card is time to go. The card is time to go. And this is related to all the stuff that we've already been talking about for Avi. So, and this card is a 45, is the number 45. 4 and 5 is 9, which is the end of the journey. And so, Avi, I want to tell you what you probably already know, that it's time for you to make some different choices. And just know that you have support around you. You do not have to go through this alone. This is a community of light that we are building here. And so you can comment and ask for help and know that people will be here to stand in the light with you. Okay? And I'm if you need extra support, I want to point you towards my dear friend Chris Judd, who is an amazing life coach, and she is a transformational coach, and she helps women with all kinds of stuff about self-esteem and how they think about stuff, and she is incredible. And my darling Chris Judd, if you want to post your website again, I would be grateful. So we have another card for Miss Bridget, who says, can you read me please? And so Bridget, this is Yang. This is 1. The card number is 1. So what new adventure are you getting on? And Bridget, this is Yang. This is, look at this ball of fire. This is also the time for you. It is time for you to get going also. And look how supported you are with these beautiful hands, these spiritual hands, the hands of spirit, that you are supported. And for a new move that you are making for a new adventure. Boy, that's a nice theme for today. Bridget, you are on a new adventure as well. Go forward with the same kind of vim and vigor and gusto and faith in the universe that the poised card has. Go forward with Yang and take some of that courage, that gumption, and just launch into the new space, because there is so much light. Look at this cloudless sky that is in front of you, that is so much about just, and I love the fireball. It looks like it's a rocket lifting off. It looks like it's a rocket. Now I live in Central Florida. They do a lot of rockets there, but it's a rocket lifting off. You are lifting off. You are ready to lift off. Bridget Gail Young, go forward with confidence, my friend. Confidence. All right, so we're going to do Chris Judd, card for my friend Chris, and the card for my 10 Chris is by the book, and I love this. This is the Elephants on Parade, and this is 11. So we have, you can take it as the soul number of 1, or you can take it as 2. This is the soul number. 11. It's 2. It's you're moving forward and taking steps. But I love this because it's a row of elephants, and the elephants, they move very slowly like the buffalo. And I think that elephants have more of a spirit of play than buffalo do. And so while I want to say to you, keep going, that you're on the right track, and you are going absolutely in the right direction at the start of something new, because I know you've been looking to launch into some new things, and so they're telling you you're on the right track for the start of something new. But I want to tell you, slow and steady wins the race. And I also want to tell you, don't forget to have some fun along the way. Don't forget to have some fun along the way. I feel like this is also telling me about keeping, because I know we talked about starting something new, but they're also talking about keeping the focus, keeping your eye on what's in front of you. Because if you're looking at the elephants, it's like sled dogs. All they're seeing is the tush of the guy in front of them, right? But keeping your eye on where you're going, and on not wearing too many hats, but at the same time, trust the leader, because the leader is the very, very large elephant, and elephants are so wise. Elephants are so wise. And so trust that you are being led by so much wisdom, and stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Follow the path that's being set in front of you by the wisdom of spirit. Follow that with not going off in 25 different directions. Oh, I love that for you. Okay, so we're moving on to Michelle Krantz. Michelle Krantz. I love a card. If your energy permits. You're so sweet. It's so much more than is it my energy? Is it? It's more about, sometimes energies in hotel rooms is weird, because a lot of people have been there, and we do try and come in and clean the energy and all of that. Sometimes because hotel rooms encapsulate a lot of people and hold their energies in, it can be a little weird. So we're going to do Michelle. Oh, another jumper card. And then we're going to have K-Mac that says help. And so let's see what we can do for you. So for my friend Michelle, that says a change in the wind. Oh, where are you headed, Michelle? Change in the wind. And this is card number 12, which is 3. So that is, you get 3. It's like 3 legs of the table. Are you being fully divinely supported? Maybe it's not quite as supported, a little tippy, but also a change in the wind with 3. It gives me that, always like that right turn Clyde. I want to be like, when you're driving, you're like, right turn Clyde. I don't know where that comes from, but I always have said that. But I feel like change in the wind, there's something shifting for you, that new job perhaps, but I also feel like there may also be like a change in temporary housing. Are you moving into an apartment or something for a short period of time while a house is being built or something like that? Because they definitely feel like there's a temporary shift in your housing situation. And I don't feel like it's a negative. I feel like it maybe you're going to stay with somebody for a while, but keep an eye on that. But not a negative. Just definitely a change in where you're going to spend, like where you're going to lay your head down to sleep for a little while, but not a negative. Interesting. I think and I do feel like it comes with an opportunity. Like here is an interesting short-term opportunity for you to be able to do something totally different. It's like an adventure, and I want to say that it's good. I feel like it brings you contacts for the next phase of your life, like to change, like you meet people who can take you to another level or to a whole new, I want to say a whole new realm even, but it's like a whole nother, like the context that you're going to make is going to help you move in a new direction. All right, so we're going to pull a card for K-Mac that just says help, and let's see if we can get some information. Let me just scroll through the comments really quick to see if those feedbacks. So, Abby Morgan, you know, what I want to say about I'm never going to tell somebody you need to kick him to the curb unless there's like an abuse or, you know, some kind of something like that. That's a decision that only you can make. What I can tell you is that what I said to you originally is to take a look at your self-worth and what you feel like you deserve, and does he align with that? I feel like it was echoed loudly in the card that I pulled that was specific for you. Time to go. So the cards are saying it's time for you all to separate, but what you do with that information is completely up to you. Because, you know, there's a whole lot of people who will take my information and say, oh my God, that was so great and you were so right. But there's going to be just as many people that go, she don't know what she's talking about. And so you have free will. And so if you're not ready to let him go, then, you know, I'm certainly not going to force you, or, you know, there's nothing like, oh my God, I see doom and gloom. And, you know, like I don't do any like that. But I will tell you that I do feel, and the cards seem to agree, because the cards are usually supporting that it is time for you to, thank you, Chris Judd, for reminding me of Leonie. And so I think the cards are definitely supporting you that it is really time for you to reevaluate this relationship and see what needs to shift. Now, whether that's an end to the relationship or not, that's up to you. But I would strongly encourage you to take a really good look at what you feel like you deserve and are worth and are willing to stand for, and whether or not this is the right fit for you. And if it's not, walk away. Because you know what? The longer we stay in a situation that is not worthy of us, the longer we are putting off what Spirit is really trying to bring in and bless us with. So, all right, so I said K-Mac, and then Chris reminded me that Leonie asked first, and I do apologize for that, Leonie. You're right, I probably did not scroll back far enough. I do apologize for that. We're going to grab a card for K-Mac first. This is help. And so this is 6, and it's a card that says not for you, and it's interesting because it's got a chess game and it's got a fortune cookie. And so I want to say that you are really being, I feel like you are getting mired in the head games of a narcissist, and Avi, this may be with you as well, but K-Mac, I feel like you were really being manipulated by a narcissist around you. And when it comes to, okay, so there's a footnote to what I just told Avi. When it comes to a narcissist and an empath, out. Just walk away. I know it's hard. I know they can be clingy and manipulative and all those things. But when it comes to an empath being trapped in the web of a narcissist, I'm going to tell you, cut the cords, get out, and have somebody help you, because you may need a friend to, like, you know, what is that share line? Snap out of it, right? To be able to help you move forward from that. But when it comes to something like that with a narcissist or an energy vampire, I want to tell you, walk away, don't look back, and walk far and fast. And so, Avi, this is what comes up for me when I pull this card for you. And so, not Avi, K-Mac, this is what comes up for me when I pull this card for you. And if you need more serious help, I want to tell you that there is a resource page on my website at Dworkin-Smith.com, but you can also reach out to me privately if you need to. And I'm always happy to help however I can. Okay. Let's pull a card for Leonie. Valencia newly became a commissioner in her town. Wow, loving it. And if God has something else for me, I'm ready and willing. That is really cool. Okay, so we're going to pick a card for Leonie, and then we're going to jump to Lauren Mayfield. All right, Michelle, did I do Michelle Krantz? I think I did Michelle. I got to scroll forward in the comments. Okay, Michelle, shoot me a message. Let me know. I think we did Michelle. No, recently moved from Nevada to Ohio to live with my elderly dad. Okay, so we've already moved. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna come back to that, Michelle. Moved from Nevada to Ohio to be with your dad. Okay, so this is a temporary, I know it doesn't feel like it is, but this is a temporary moving situation, and I do feel like there's another move for you. There's another move that's coming for you. There's another shift, so just be aware. Yeah, just be aware there's another shift that's coming your way, Michelle. And, like I said with Avi, I mean, I'm not always right. I mean, I'm a lot right, but I'm not always right. And I fully admit that. I am not God. I don't get everything right. Nobody does. But we are human, and all I can do is the best interpretation of the information that's given to me. But I'm going to send a lot of love to Michelle's way. I feel like that's fantastic. You're able to be there for your dad. Just be aware there may be another shift that's coming for you. Now, whether that's a move in Nevada, or whether that's a move back, I'm not feeling like it's a far move. I don't feel like you're moving back to Ohio. I feel like it's not a far move, but I do feel like there's another kind of a shift there. Okay, where was I going? Lauren Mayfield, sending good vibes my way. Thank you, my dear. I gratefully accept. Is there anything the universe wants me to know? Ooh, the jumpy card for Lauren. So the jumpy card, and I know part of it is the way I'm shuffling today, and I'm loving that because I'm asking them to just plop out what they want us to know. So Lauren, higher power, this is card number 4. So we've had 4s come up already today, knowing that reminder that we are divinely supported on 4 legs of the table, 4 legs of the chair. We are supported, fully supported. And this is higher power. So this is all about trust. This is all about trusting your higher power, knowing that it's there, knowing what you are being called to do, whether it's not a specific thing of what you're being called to do, but I feel like they're really encouraging you to lean more in. So Lauren, let me ask if you are really sort of more, how do I want to say this? Give me words. Lauren, are you more recent in your waking up? Are you more, learning now about, how the universe is and the things that are available to you in a higher level? They're really trying to encourage you to stay on that path, and they're really reminding you to trust your higher power, those connections that you're working to build, not just with spirit, but with your own higher guidance, your guides and things like that, your higher mind. And so they're really encouraging you to stay in that. I bumped my phone over on Instagram. They're really encouraging you to stay in that so that you are not, what is it, that Bible quote? Don't lean not onto your own understanding and know that I'm with you, something like that. So this is really what I'm getting from the higher power, is just reminding you that they are with you, they are supporting you so much, and to trust that, because I feel like that you may be at the beginning of that trusting relationship, learning to trust spirit, and really want to encourage you to hold on to that. So, all right, so let's see. Lauren's a newbie. Okay, well, then, yay, then we're right on track for you, Lauren. So fantastic. Welcome to our world. All right, Michelle is here. Kennedy, hi, Kennedy. Always so sweet when you pop in. So let's grab a card for Miss Kennedy. No peace like home, Kennedy. No peace like home. So this is 50. The card number is 50, 50. So your number is 5, which is you're right in the middle. You are right where you're supposed to be, my friend. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. So right now I want to tell you to stay the course, and just know that you have love and support that's around you. Look at this beautiful house in the mist, and it's got the little smoke coming out of the chimney. It's little heart-shaped. It's all, love. You are right where you are supposed to be, my friend. So leave that for Kennedy. Songbird Zaya. What a beautiful name, Songbird. I would love a message from Spirit about my relationship with Stanley. Well, I can tell you about Songbird, and we'll see how that fits in with Stanley. Ethically, we had an argument hours ago, and he is stressed up due to his money issues. His responsibility to provide for his son is weighing him down. Will he leave because of money issues? Okay, so let me say something about ethics as far as it pertains to me and how I work. So Songbird, I'm going to tap into your energy. I do not have permission to tap into Stanley's energy, so I can't tell you what he's going to do, but I can tell you what may be in front of you. Okay, so ethically I cannot tell you about him because I don't have his permission. But what I can tell you is so this is the Clean It Up card, and it comes in the upside down position, which is a reminder for us to stop cleaning it up. So there's definitely this sense of rescuing and feeling like you need to save him, and what the cards are telling and what Spirit is trying to say is it is not for you to clean up his mess. You can love him and you can support him and you can be patient with him and be compassionate to the struggles that he's having, but it's not for you to save him. Okay, it's not for you to save him. So this is card number 21, which 2 and 1 is 3. So again, maybe a turn, a shift is in the works for you. But also knowing that, you know, Spirit is in there. So I would tell you to lean into love and support and compassion, and lean less into me. You know, what's going to happen to me with all of this, and understand that he's dealing with some stuff and that he needs to deal with his own stuff, and maybe we can create a bubble of love around him for right now and help him lean into the possibilities. But right now, the way the cards are coming in, the information is coming in, is really about not trying to rescue him and not trying to clean up the mess for him, but just loving and supporting him while he deals with this difficult time. Okay? Okay. Janie Massigo, I want to tell you, and I know I just jumped over Kizzy, and I'm sorry, but I saw it. Janie, and I say this because I know you a little bit. Yes, the answer is always yes. It's time for you to step out of your comfort zone. But I'm going to come back. So we're going to pull a card for Janie, and then we're going to get a card for Kitty. Okay, for Kizzy. Kizzy. Such beautiful names today. I love it. There used to be a restaurant down in Marina Del Rey in south of LA called Aunt Kizzy's Back Porch. Fantastic soul food. All right, how am I doing on time? What time is it? Okay. All right, so Janie, is it time for you to step out of your comfort zone? So, come to the edge, my friend. Come to the edge. So what do you think? Come to the edge, my friend. Absolutely. This is card number 36. 3 and 6 is 9. This is definitely time for you to step off. And just what I was telling somebody before, this is the time for you to step out and trust that they've got you. They're going to help you fly. Go. Yes. Move forward. It is time for you to step out and release the fear. Stop living in the fear. Let it go. Let it go. This is so time for you to step out of your comfort zone. And the cards prove it. So, yes, a little wink to you because I know we've talked before. So, yes. All right, Kizzy, card for Kizzy. This is Treasure Island. Oh, Kizzy, what new adventure is going on for you? So, something really magnificent is headed your way. Treasure Island is always something unexpected. So, if there's something that's being really kind of a pain in your ass right now, just hang in there because there's something really wonderful that's going to come out of it. And this is card number 9. So, really, you're coming to the end of whatever it is that's really chapping your butt. But I'm not sure where that's coming from. But there's somebody that's really been a irritation for you. And just hang in there because coming out of it is going to be something really good. So, hang on to that because, Kizzy, there is light and blessing and treasure that is coming your way. All right. Let's see. She's laughing. All right. So we're going to pull one more card. I think I hit everybody. Whew. And that's great because we're going to be about out of the time that I have today. My husband is here in Colorado working, so I'm going to get to go and watch the wrestling again today. I tell you, it's more fun to watch the people. So we're going to pull one more card for us as a collective, for all of us. And this is the card that says to the sea, to the sea. I love this card because look how beautiful and calm the waves are. It's card number 7. That we are on the right path. We are on the journey. We're all in the same boat. We're supporting each other. We're rowing together. We're lifting each other with love and compassion. That when we work together, there's so much blessing and love and light that we can bring to the world. And that is really that reminder. Trust Spirit, trust yourself, and know that it is all okay. Did I skip Leonie? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Chris Judd, I love you. I thought I went back to Leonie. All right, that was a beautiful way to end it, but I don't want to skip Leonie. She was first. So, Leonie, if you're still with us, let me know. Chris Judd, I am grateful. There you are. No, I know. You came back right in time because Chris just reminded me not to forget you. And so thank goodness that you reminded me, Chris, because Leonie, you came back right in the right time where I had just said we were going to finish up and then you popped right back in there. So, perfect timing, as always. Perfect timing, as always. So this is the card for Leonie. It is 47, so that's 4 and 7 is 8, 9, 10, 11, which is 2. Go the distance. The card number is go the distance. Go the distance. So you are also on the right track. Boy, that's a real big message this week, right? Which is great because we're coming into that full moon energy that we're on the right track. So many of you have received that theme today, that go the distance, you're on the right track. And you know, 4 and 7 is 11, which is 2, is keep going, keep going. Follow follow the path that is being shown in front of you. So even though this is a cheetah that is running and leaping and taking leaps and bounds forward, this is so much about don't go so fast that you miss the journey or you skip the steps or you don't enjoy the journey, but allow yourself to know you're on the right track with courage and with conviction. This is not about speed, okay? This is a agile animal. This is not so much about speed as it is about courage and conviction and knowing that you are going the right way with that love and support of spirit around you as you go forward. So you are welcome. And Janie says, by the time we talk next week, I'll have taken some steps. I look forward to that. I look forward to it. So you obviously know what you're supposed to be doing. So I love when you all ask me the questions you already know the answers to. You just want to see if I know them too, or if they, it's not me, it's they know them for you. So confirmation from spirit is always a blessing. So I love you all so much. I am so grateful that you choose to take time out of your day to spend a few minutes with me. Have a wonderful week. We should be back together for Thursday for meditation. This past Thursday, it all got to be too much for me. I need a little space with all the stuff going on with our friends, and just lots of love there. You know, that's just going to be an ongoing situation. But please know, however you go through the rest of your week, please know how very much you are loved. And I will see you next week. Bye from Denver, from Buffy to Buffalo and me. See you later.